Hey guys, Chad with Pure Media Systems. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're down in Dallas, Texas, and we've got a real special treat for you here. We've got the ultimate sleeper surround sound system in the living room. All right, so we're in the living room here. Customer had a older 55-inch TV that was on the wall here. You can see how whoever hung the old TVs for him, this is how they found studs. Certainly that works, but there's better ways about going about that. This is consistent. Went and looked in some of the other TVs. Every TV that they hung, that's how they found the studs, by putting little holes in. So we're not going to do it that way, but we're going to have to move the coax down and Ethernet down below, because we're going to have the one connect box in the credenza that they're going to have here, the way your credenza to come in, so it's going to be temporarily installed down here. That said, we've got the 75-inch Samsung Frame Pro. This is the all-new one. This is going to have a wireless one connect box. It's a huge upgrade. It's going to have the Neo QLED panel. The old frame TVs had the standard, it was roughly a Q70, so a standard Q70 QLED, but this one's a big upgrade to the Neo QLED, local dimming zones and everything. On top of that, we are dealers for the Deco TV frames. If you're needing anything like that, frame TVs, the frames, anything like that, we can get those for you as well. So we've got a custom ordered Deco TV frame for the frame TV that really helps sell the frame TV aspect of it, so of it being a picture frame. So we're going to get the TV unboxed and start measuring everything out. So zooming down a little bit here. So inside the top of the box, pull this off. We're going to have the pedestal, the 2 feet here. Set this aside. We've got the wall mount. We've got the remote, so we've got the power cable, looks like a wall brick, as well as a USB-C cable, and we've got the one connect box right here. So this is much smaller. It's not nearly as heavy as the older one connect boxes. There's no power, or the power supply for the TV is built into the TVs on these, so it's a little bit different. So if you actually don't need the any of the HDMI inputs or anything, you're just going streaming, you could actually just use the TV remote. So or just the TV, and you don't even need the one connect box. It's all built in. So we're going to get the TV unboxed. All right, so we've got our line marked across where we want to have our brackets. We're going to go ahead and get the brackets mounted. We're able to get into a stud on this one. We're going to measure that one, or check the studs in just a moment. We're going to have into one stud, and we're going to use zip toggles for the other mounting points. So we've now got the 2 brackets up. We were able to get into studs on the critical points, right where the load is going to be at. Then we use zip toggles for the inside support. We're going to now go ahead and work on getting the recessed box in and all the cables done for the TV and the one connect box. So we've got our outlet in, the recessed box for it. We've got pulled all the cables through down to the bottom, and we've got our brackets in. So next we're going to do is get the TV on the wall, and get the frame portion of the TV on the wall so that we can get everything hooked up. All right, so we've got the TV on the wall with our Deco TV frame, and this just looks awesome on here. So we're going to get the one connect box plugged in and get it all set up. So once you get everything going, it's going to ask you to pair your wireless one connect box, and we're going to go through the setup here. All right, so just finishing up here, but we've got the frame TV on the wall. Customer, their credenza hasn't come in yet, so we've got it set up here just for to get it working. We're going to have an AVR and in this room as well. For the surround sound, so we've got the cables here we're going to tidy up. But I want to show you the 75-inch frame TV. And then we've got the Deco TV frame piece around it for the 75-inch frame Pro. This, I'm not sure how well it's going to come through on camera, but it looks incredible. You can't really tell that it's a picture. The improvements going to the Pro with the Neo QLED is pretty awesome. So we're going to wrap up here, but wanted to just show you a quick overview. So we're actually back on site now. We're here to add in our Salamander cabinet. We'll have all the information in the description down below with the model and everything. We're going to have the RF-64. We're going to have the RF-64 version 3 go right in here, and this is a speaker cabinet here. We actually have their ventilated cabinet. This is the stage 1. There's a bigger one that has adds a little more space to the back as well, but this adds some ventilation to the back. Now, as you can see, there is vents and cable channels on all the way around, all the way through. You can actually, I said that panel is going to replace one of these, but you can actually get one that adds a little bit more depth as well if needed, but we don't need it here. Let me go ahead and open this door so you get a little more light, but we have vents in all of them, all the way through as well. So it's a really nice thing they have here. You can replace these with fans as well if you need even more ventilation. But we are plenty fine here. We're going to have AC Infinity with the T8 on top of each component. We're going to have the Marantz Cinema 60 with the Marantz MM7025 in here for the power amp for the Klipsch Fortes. So, and then back up here, we're going to have the Pro 180 RPC and ceiling speakers. So, and again, this is the new 75-inch Samsung Frame Pro with the wireless One Connect box. So, and just as a reminder, we did find speaker cables in the wall that had never been roughed out. So we've got these here, and we're going to be able to extend those into the cabinet for the customer. So here's the RC-64 III. We've got this in walnut. Figured just in case they wanted to change up the cabinet or something later, we've got that available. But we took the grill off, the speaker grill, to show you how that works. You've got hooks on either side, and they just go right on these studs here. So, and they can be screwed in and out to adjust for where you need it to hook onto, just like that. So I've got the grill off the RC-64 right now. This has got the 1 3/4 inch compression driver for the horn, and we've got 4 6.5-inch cones. This thing is in walnut. Like I said, there are other finishes, like the black ash, but this is just a beautiful finish. We really like using the walnut. It really sets it apart, and we're doing the Klipsch Fortes in American walnut as well. Now, they're not perfectly timber matched, but you know, ideally we do another Forte or a Heresy in the center, but you know, customer did not want another big visible speaker here, so we're trying to go, you know, nice and discreet. This is going to be kind of the ultimate sleeper 5.1 system, or 5.0 system. Actually, we're not going to have a sub in with this at the time. Customer wanted to see if we can get away without them, and those speakers do rock. So you know, you'd have a big massive sub in here or something really high output to be able to keep up with those, and customer wanted to kind of keep it clean. So this is a really nice, awesome sleeper system, like I said, going in here. So we're going to go ahead and start getting the equipment in the cabinet and set up. So we're just going to show you what the front of the new AVRs look like in the new design language of Marantz. Very, very nice. And this is the older design. They don't have a 2-channel amp yet with the newer design. They do in the higher channel counts. But we just need the 2-channel again in this. So, you know, they've maintained the classic round circle display, just as they do on the older units. But just the way that this looks, it looks much higher class, you know, with the new logo here, and the new text and everything. The texture on this side here looks very nice, and of course you have your headphone jack, standard buttons and everything else on here. We have our volume, or excuse me, the input on the left and volume on the right here. It's got a nice weight to it. It's metal, so it's nice and cool. So it's a premium feel, although most people will never use it. It does look very, very nice. So we've got the back here. In the Marantz Cinema 60, we have our input for our antennas, which we'll do. You have digital coax and digital optical inputs, RS-232, you have DC out, flasher, remote control in and out. So we'll actually take one of those and go into the remote control in on the 7025. Radio inputs, this is your speaker level outputs, network control, HDMI, these are 4K and 8K inputs. Then you have monitor out 1 and monitor out 2, which of course we have ARC and eARC in here. We have our analog inputs, a phono stage here if you have a turntable. We have subwoofer out 1 and 2, and then we have our pre-outs here as well. We have zone 2 out also, but then you have your pre-outs for your 7 channels. This is a 7-channel AVR. So we have again the speaker level out and our AC output. On the 7025 here, we have our balanced and unbalanced inputs for our right and left, and our speaker level outputs, and we have IR flasher, DC inverter control, as well as remote control output, and then we have our power there. So we're going to go ahead and get them into the cabinet. So we're getting everything situated in here. We've got our Marantz MM7025, our AC Infinity, and then the Marantz Cinema 60, and another AC Infinity. On the back we'll have the vent with the fans and everything on there as well. On this side we're going to have our watt box in the back, and are going to have our 1 connect box. We'll have all this. I'm putting it in a shelf right now, so I'm not sure how well this comes through, but we have our nice rail system here with our threads all the way down, so it gives us the ability to have the shelves very, very gives us the ability to have our shelves laid out pretty much however we want. So we're putting them in here right now, so gives us the ability to just line it right up. They screw right in with these nice metal pieces here and our screw, so they just go right into the threads. So you can see what's inside the box here real quick. Inside the Fortes, they are book matched, so they are from the factory. They are made to go as a pair. The serial numbers are sequential, so the wood grains line up and they look almost identical. Get all the tape this time. And it tells you open this end. Very helpful because the bottom is right here. So inside we've got the foam. Set that aside. And we have our birth certificate basically. Inside here we've got the owner's manual, very nicely presented, and your congratulations on purchasing your Klipsch loudspeaker. You get your unpackaging here. And there we go. We're going to go ahead and get them out of the boxes and set up. So you can see it here. Got Forte, and these are in walnut. Very, very beautiful finish. This is magnetically held on. So in shipping, it does come with rubber washers on the 4 corners, which we have removed. You can see you've got your high, medium, or high, mid, and low frequency here, the 12-inch woofer. We'll have all of the information in the description below. So we'll go ahead and flip it around so you can see the back. All right, so around back, we've got all the information here, who inspected it, and everything else. So you got that there. Of course, you got the serial number. And we have, on the Fortes, we have the 15-inch radiator. So this thing will pump out some bass as well. Like I said, we're going to start out with a 5.0 configuration here. So We can try and not have to have a subwoofer and see how the customer likes it. And then we have our binding posts down here, and these are a nice finish here. So you can bi-amp them if you'd like. All right, we're gonna get them hooked up. All right, so we've got everything ready. I've got the glass down here ready to be put on top. Got the rubber bumpers all along the top as well. We'll show you down here. We've got the AC Infinities and the Marantz M60 and MM7025. I know you go over it a few times, but that way you know. We've got our Arachna switch in the back there, DirecTV. We have the One Connect box behind it, Apple TV box, and then we've got our Kaleidoscape down low as well. So we've got our Terra server and our Strato V. All right, so a quick update. We've got the Fortes in and the RC-64 and the frame TV with some music going on the Kaleidoscape. And we've got our hole cut here for our Pro 180 RPC for the surround left. This house is a little interesting how it was wired. Hybrid of everything being wired up to the to a rack upstairs in a closet way over there. So there's speakers over the house. We did this house about 10 years ago or so. We've got Klipsch speakers pretty much all over the house. And you can see their backyard. We've got the AW650s there. So we've got Hios all over the house. We've got a couple Hios drives. So I want to say there's 9. Now there's 10 zones of audio here. And so it is wired to be partially downstairs as well as upstairs. We actually didn't know where the wiring originally was because they didn't have wall plates cut out. So normally you have like a gang box, like wall plate with all your cables behind there, the wall, but it wasn't there. So we actually went exploring, cut the holes. We traced them all the way up to the rack upstairs. And now we have spliced them together to come from down here so we can have the amps and everything down here for our main speakers, because that is what is most important here. And we're going to be connecting in for the rear speakers here. All right, so we're showing you the Pro 180 RPC, and the box for the Pro 18 RC is going to be pretty much the same packaging. The Pro 180 RPC is reference Premier, and this is reference. So reference Premier is the same components that are in the RP8000 or 6000F towers, and then it would be the same as in the reference towers. So I went in and pulled it out. So inside, of course, you've got your documentation, manuals, etc. And then you have your template, your cutout template. And you have cardboard. It's nice that they actually use cardboard instead of foam for packaging. Underneath the cardboard, this is a paint shield, actually. So it's magnetic. It clips on to the surrounds of the speakers. So if you have to go in and paint, you just pop this right on, take the grill off, pop this on, and painters can roll or spray right around it and does not get on the speaker. Take that out. There's more cardboard. It also comes with a square grill as well as your traditional round grill. Most people do the round grills. Occasionally we do the square, but most of the time it is round. But it's nice that they include it one way either way. And then we've got the speaker itself. This is pretty hefty. Like I said, it is. You can see the size of the magnet on here and all the components. So I'll pull this out so you can see how this goes together. So I'm going to do my best to show this, but you can see you have like keyholes, and it rotates. So you've got lock and unlock. So if you take the base and lock it, the base stays on, rotate it and unlock it, comes off. All right, there we go. So we've taken it. You can actually hold this by the tweeter assembly or the horn assembly, you can see. So got your speaker terminals and everything there. What is cool about this is now we can put this in the ceiling, and you just twist this over, or you push up on the screw and twist, and it will actually lock down. So then the screw comes out, and this is sandwiched onto your drywall. So now you're free to terminate your cable and put the speaker in and tighten this after. So this makes installation a lot easier. So you can see how this works. We've already got one done, but you just go like this, and here, I'll turn the light on. Let's see. So push up, pop it over, like so. And now it is sandwiched on the drywall. And now we can go ahead and get our speaker going. Speaker installed, and or strip the cable and install the speaker. So we're finishing up here. We're going to button up and clean up everything, but show you what we've got. We've got our 75-inch Samsung The Frame Pro TV with a wireless One Connect box inside of our Salamander cabinet. We have our Klipsch Fortes in Walnut. Again, these are book matched. They are beautiful. We'll have all the specs and information down for the Salamander cabinet we used here. Inside here, we've got the RC-64 version 3. And I've already done it, but we'll give you another overview here. We've got our AC Infinities, the Marantz Cinema 60, and the 7025. And then we've got our Kaleidoscape and other auxiliary sources there. Behind us, we've got the Pro 180 RPC and ceiling speakers. So this system rocks. So we're going to have, we're about to tune it and get it all going for the customer so they can enjoy their video and audio experience here. The customer really enjoys listening to music, and they're changing over and wanting to have somewhat of a more modern, mid-century modern aesthetic in the house. And so we've got that going here for them. So, and they just love music, didn't want to have big gaudy whole system here. We see the center channel and the subwoofers. So this looks like a nice 2-channel system, but it's actually a full 5.0 surround sound. Well, thanks for tuning in. If you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you're interested in a system like this, give us a call at 972-905-0556 or email sales@puremediasystems.com. We'll have all the information in the description below. Again, we're authorized retailers for all the equipment you see in our video and a lot more. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified of future videos. Thanks, guys.